Is it gonna have it? There we go. Hello everybody, time to stream. Oh no. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream in which we are going to be having, there we go, a very quick look at Leeds United against Fleetwood Town, except for Leeds United it's the under-21s, and for Fleetwood Town it's full-grown adults. The issue being, in this specific case, that Leeds United are 2-0 down, and we are starting the watch-along immediately after half-time, which is, admittedly, not the best of timing, but it's fine, we'll see how we go. In addition to that, the stream that I am watching on is a little bit janky, so I'm going to keep having a go to see if I can get anything working, and hopefully it will all work out in the end, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. I promise you I'm trying my best. But I'm not sure there's LUTV of it. I think there's just Fleetwood's side. Hello, Mr. Paul Brody. Hope you're doing very, very well. Right, so if I unhide that, of course that's in the wrong place now, because that would be too convenient if it wasn't. Okay, so if I take a little bit more off the bottom, call that 950, 980. Ignore that, thank you. Because if you don't ignore that, then legal issues come to follow me. There we go, Fleetwood versus Leeds, and then I need a little bit more off the right. So if I go 1400, brilliant. As you can tell, the buffering is being a nightmare. I promise you I'm doing everything that I can to get it working, but there'll be points where I can't even watch this, never mind you guys. But there will be a score ticker in the top left once everything decides to start working again. There we go. Perfect sizing, all that kind of stuff. And in addition to that, we'll just have a nice little natter. I don't have the numbers of all the players off the top of my head. That is a slight issue. But you know what? We're gonna get through it. We're gonna work everything out, and it's all going to make sense. Yeah, that's definitely Fleetwood's commentary, because that's not Bryn. The weather at this match, by the way, absolutely horrific. Like, unacceptably bad. I know this because it's happening about 7 or 8 miles away, and it's not good. It's genuinely horrible. I need to turn on the ring light. Ball comes in. They've hit the post. Clearance off the line by Leeds. On bang, deals with it. You can tell that this isn't the strongest version of this Leeds United team, because it's not going particularly good. Bit spooky. Hello there, Luke. Hope you're doing well. But just to make people aware, I do not believe this is available on LUTV. I will have to double check. 3-0. No, wait. Foul on bang. That's fine. On bang. Fires it out. And the cameraman has stopped following and caring, which is always what you want to see. On bang should be claiming that, honestly. Fleetwood are causing a lot of problems. Hello there, Russ. Hope you're doing well. I've just realised I'm not talking too much because I've got the commentary in my ears, but it's fine. I'll work it out. It's all good. I also don't know the numbering right now. So Vincent is 60. I need a sheet of paper. Where's my sheet of paper gone? I don't know where my big thing of post-it notes is, which is a bit of a problem, because I kind of need that for reasons of post-it notes. I put them down somewhere the other day, and I think they fell off somewhere, which isn't really what you want to see, but I'm going to start taking notes of numbers and stuff. That's 3-0. I wouldn't say that these are the ones that remind us of how much our players have to learn. I'd say it's more, it reminds us of how much our players need to grow. Because they ain't big boys at the end of the day. And when I start doing the Football Manager stream, when that beta comes out, which is expected to be in the next week or two, I'd say probably 2 weeks' time, I am 100% going to put my everything into winning this tournament for Leeds United's under-21s to prove a point more than anything. That point being that FM isn't necessarily accurate, but I'm going to stack my under-21s with as many senior players as I'm allowed. Oh, thank you very much, Ross, who has pinged me the team sheet. Much appreciated. Okay, I will keep glancing over at that, but we'll see. Scunthorpe game had people shouting for some kids to get a first team slot. Yeah, I mean, mainly that was for Harry, who, I will be honest, I think is head and shoulders clear of the majority of this cohort. So if you're having a look at, let's pick out an example. Harvey Vincent is someone that always looks very, very promising, but at the same time, he's not in the same bracket as a Harry Gray because he's just a very, very, very good player and is someone that I think is ridiculous. Right, with our centre-backs, forward to Reece Chadwick, who's trying to get a little bit of control back in this match, but you can sort of tell how physically out-umphed the Leeds fellas are right now. Ball isn't coming in. You gotta fire that in at some point. Is that McDonald? That is McDonald. Have a go from outside the box. Doesn't work. We've done well to get a shot off there, but it's not a great shot, to be completely honest with you. But those are going to happen. Right, Dudley deals with his man. You cannot go to ground that easily against, like, an 18-year-old. Come on. You're about 30. Handball isn't given. He's basically caught that. But okay. Even the Fleetwood commentary, like, yeah, the ref thinks it's hit his chest. We're not going to complain. You're 3-0 up, lads. You don't need to lie about handballs. It's okay. It's fine. Ball's zinged in. And it's their throw-in, roughly a third out. She's looking a little bit dangerous on their attacking right. So that is such a horrible handball as well. It's ridiculous. I don't know how they've gotten away with that one. It reminds you of the effectiveness of sticking it in the mixer pub style. It's... I half agree. It shows you the effectiveness of that style against a side that isn't necessarily very good. So in this specific instance, Fleetwood are playing against a Leeds United team that are all incredibly young. Like, there is no one that is, like, aged down into this match. So a lot of the time you would expect, for example, Johnny Howson to be in a position of... Howson is there effectively as a coach, but he's doing it to help out the squad. He's not here today, which is a little bit of a... It's showing, is the nice way of putting that. Because they're sort of missing that experience in the middle of the park, and I understand it. It makes sense, but... Comes across fairly well, Connor Douglas, but it's gone immediately back in. They're putting a lot of pressure on, but cleared quite nicely. I think someone like a Sam Chambers would be good to have in this match, to be honest with you. As Reece Chadwick is fouled. I need to see if I've gotten a reply on something. Not yet. Okay, cool. Sorry, I've got I think 6 collab videos to organise in the next couple of weeks, which is taking a lot of work because I also need all of those collab videos to be things that don't age badly because they're not going to come out for a good while. So I'm trying to work out what to do with all of them. I know that one of them is going to be a quiz. That one is planned. It's just everything else that is a little bit not good. Did the first team get beat by Fleetwood in the Cup not so long ago? Might have been either last season or 2 seasons ago, but to be fair, different Fleetwood, different competition, very different outcomes as well. Like, the 21s are being relatively blown away here. They've gotten bits of possession here and there, but they're just being outmuscled everywhere. Where the senior side just overran Fleetwood consistently, but didn't do anything. Like, of value. Was that the one where Darlow had his penalties issues, or was that Salford? I don't know. Free kick to Fleetwood. It's just in their half. So I can see this probably not being banged long, but it's just little bits of inconsistency coming in here. Little bits of uncertainty that I think are going to cause us some problems. Have we made any changes yet? Let's have a look. I don't know where you found this, by the way, Russ, if you're still here, but I appreciate it. Very kind of you. No, I'm making 2 subs now, though, with 42 coming on. That is Sam Chambers, I believe. And 79, so Louis Philpott. I don't know anything about Louis Philpott. I credit myself. Ah! I like it. Thank you very much. That's not Jacob Render, that's Louis Philpott. Louis Dudley coming off is a little bit weird, because he's not been playing super advanced, but then again, I don't know what Philpott's position is, which makes this a little bit complicated. In the words of Avril Lavigne, why you gotta go and make things so complicated? You see, the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. And I feel like I can't remember any more of those words, so I'm not even going to try. We're just going to roll with it at that point. Onbang, happy to just sort of slowly wander the ball out a little bit. Go short to his centre-back. I don't hate that, but when you're 3 down, you kind of got to move forward a bit. I understand that effectively you hit the point where these matches are just complicated training sessions for the youth players. Oh, I miss Rory Mahady. Where did Mahady go again? Was it Scunthorpe he went to? Because it makes sense if Scunthorpe were playing tonight. Or tomorrow. But if they're not, I don't quite understand why we're not playing Rory Mahady here. Scunthorpe. International. Ah, okay. Very good point. Philpott's another 16-year-old. I think this is a training match tonight. Yeah, it's one of those where I think we've looked at it, we've gone, we're probably not going to win this. So maybe we roll over. It's a very weird move for a short-term loan, though, on Rory Mahady to go, well, you can come in, but also we're a Vanarama National League side, so you will then immediately not be available for the second match that we need you. What a shot. Decent save from Rory Mahady, who palms it over the bar. Shot from outside the 18-yard box by one of their players. Might have been McLean. And it was his first touch, and it shows his confidence. It's a very nice shot. It's heading to the top corner as well. It's a decent effort. Fighting again. Onban gets a good fist to that. But it doesn't matter too much. I'm not... Is 79 Philpott? I've not seen the back of his shirt enough. But the commentators were convinced it was Render. The ball goes immediately. Ah! Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Yeah, 79's Render, not Philpott. Which is very interesting. Ball in. To first know that we're down. 79 is Render. Exclamation mark. Underline. Just to make sure I remember. Lose this, we got one left in the Virtue Trophy campaigns. We've lost both of our opening two versus Port Vale Fleetwood. I'll be honest, this is not the tournament that I particularly care about. When it comes to the under-21s competitions, let's have a look. What else they've got on? Obviously PL2. Yeah, the BBC website is never brilliant for this, well, especially when it comes to youth teams. For most football, I'd say absolutely go for it, but I know from personal experience, having gone through their sports journalism training, they just get the interns to do the youth stuff. Vincent fires it in, doesn't work out, but comes to the edge of the box. Right, Douglas. We've just gone backwards, which we didn't need to do right now. "26 minutes to go, and it doesn't look like anything's going to go well for us. But back to the main bit and bob. When it comes to the competitions that are like engaging this season, I agree that Athletic Bilbao is a more important one for us because that's sort of challenging your 21s against the elite of under-21 football, especially when it comes to Athletic Club. Because, and this is an important note for you, Paul, they hate it when you call them Atletico. I know this because I have made that mistake once to an Atletico fan, and I have never made that mistake any more times. LUFC website also says 79 Philpott. Fair, but on the back of his shirt it says 79 Render. Which complicates things. But with the way that Athletic Bilbao work, being they just sort of churn out talent because they are only allowed players from the Basque region, that means that their youth academy is ridiculously strong a lot of the time. So looking at their recent results, their last three, not great, fair enough, understood. So draw against Osasuna, then Aviles, which is a senior side because B teams in Spain play against senior football sides regularly. They lost. They lost to Man United. However, a couple of matches before that, they beat Real Madrid's youth side, which is not a bad sign, to be honest, considering the sort of talent that comes to Real Madrid as well. So that's a side that I think is going to be a little bit scary, to be honest with you. And will be worth keeping an eye on for me. If people hate it, I do it. Oh dear. So the Primera Federación, they are currently 8th. Where are they in Premier League International Cup? To be fair, there's only been 2 matches in our group in the Premier League International Cup, and that was Leeds versus Sporting, which we won, and then Athletic Club versus Man United, which Man United won. But on the bright side, if it stays this way, I'm just saying, stop the count. We'll go through to the playoff phase, which is quarterfinals, semi-finals, final, and we'll be looking good. That's all I'm saying. Horrible touch. Horrible. It's not quite going the way that we want right now. Don't really know much about Jacob Render either, to be honest. He's relatively new to me. Let's have a Google. If there keep being not many people in the... he's 17, so that kind of makes sense. Yeah, if there keep being not too many folks in the chat a little bit later, I might record my video for tomorrow morning on stream as a little bit of a treat for people that actually come along to live streams. Because I do appreciate you. Every single one. Right, Jacob Render. He is 17 and a half. 3 appearances in PL2. No, that's the under-18s Premier League. But in PL2, he's also got 3 appearances and a goal. And then in Premier League International Cup, he's got 1 appearance and 1 assist, which ain't too bad. Looks like he got a free kick in a fairly dangerous area. Just have a go. You might as well. Try and ruin the day. Shoots. Awful. Attendance 689, 114 away. Honestly, I understand why it's that low. There was a little bit of me that was like, oh, I wonder if I could get a tram up. But no, it's not worth it in this weather. Horrible, horrible evening. Absolutely not worth the time. I do need to check something though. Okay. That's interesting. I can't tell you what's interesting, but there is something interesting. Because if I tell you, it'll be a spoiler for the video that I do. Another free kick for Leeds, but again, not a very dangerous area, and I'm not sure we'll really do much with it. Pinged over to the far post. Harvey Vincent is a couple of yards behind it, not able to get himself a shot off, which is a shame. I think it'll be a good game next week and go for us to be Atletico 3-2. I hope so. I hope we do well. I wouldn't mind if we were to give Harry Gray another run out there, because I think being able to play against sort of the top talent of this level is going to be important. It just is. Like, it's easy enough to look at it with a bit of skepticism and go, but none of this really matters, it's just youth football. It might just be youth football, but at the same time, youth football can matter quite a lot. And if he's able to perform there against what is reasonable quality of his age group, let's be honest, mostly above his age group, can't find the competition. I'd rather see him getting minutes playing than sat on a bench every week. I'm in the same boat, yeah, because I think if you completely remove him from the 21 squad at the age of 17, you're just going to stunt his development. He's currently injured. He is, but he's not like bad injured, which is why the next match in 8 days' time is one where I'd quite like to see if he's able to give it a pop. Because he's not going to have been called up to any of the youth squads because injured. But if he's fit enough to play a little bit against Bilbao, I think that's going to be a very important addition. Right, they turn out, go forward, except they've now turned back and gone back to their own centre-back. Are they playing is that 3 at the back, or... No, it's just 4, okay. I can't read is something that we've learned today. I say learned, something that we've known for quite some time. But this time we can pretend we've learned, can't we? Oh, Leeds going forward. Sam Chambers has been looking decent. He's not had enough time on the ball for me to really make that much of an impact, but he's doing his best, bless him. Fark out with this result. Oh, Sly. Never change your ways, and I know that you're not going to because you physically are unable to. Like, you can't change your ways. That's not how you're built. Hang on. Right, okay, never mind. Right. Leads forward, turns his player. Let's get back, open the team sheet so I can actually see names. Render, lets the ball go. Never mind, I don't need to see names anymore. Mentally unable to. Yeah. Devon Brocky, what are you doing? He's beating a man very nicely. I really like that kit. Sort of the black one with the white and blue and yellow accents. And I feel like it's not one that we're going to see very often, but if we can keep getting some results when we do wear it, I'm going to be very happy. Because then you got a reason to get it. Then you can be like, oh, it's a lucky charm. And I really enjoy kits that like have good vibes behind them. And that's the dream, you know? Oh, shut up, Fleetwood commentary. Obviously you're going to win this. You're against a youth team. What league are Fleetwood in? League 2. Yeah, that makes sense. Currently 14th, which ain't half bad. Okay. Lapata White, what are you going to do? Not much. Is that time remaining? I wish it was time remaining. This is... Wait. It's the clock. There's about 15 minutes left. And it's not quite going our way right now, but that's fine. On bang. Out to the right back. Who just puts it inside again. But that's not too bad. I don't hate that. That's fine. Picked up by Ollie Pickles, who drives us forward. Sam Chambers on the ball now. And we've gone back to the centre backs. We need to be pushing forward. Which leads at score one. We might do. It's coming. Not if we keep playing it all the way backwards. But you never know. Under 21's absolutely shot, just like the first team. Right, okay, that's fine, poor candles. We'll ignore the fact that on XG, Leeds United are currently the 5th best defence in the Premier League, shall we? Because that's absolute shite, obviously. Like, Burnley have conceded more than twice as many shots as us, but obviously that's got to be absolute shite. Was Joseph called up for international duty? I've got no idea. I assume not, because he's barely playing for Mallorca. Spain. Is he even eligible for under 21s at this point? No, he's not currently in their under 21 squad. And he's definitely not been called up by the senior squad. If I search Spain squad, let's see if that gives me anything. Boyer Iglesias has been. Right. Chadwick takes on a man. Chambers has dropped into a sort of number 10-ish kind of role, which not really his expertise. Ball's gone back to Chadwick. And we're sort of overloading the left flank right now, and it's not doing much because we're not finding any space for anything. Okay, B Soccer has been completely useless to me. I just need to see what the squad is right now. Apparently De La Fuente included Lamine Yamal in the Spain squad in spite of the fact that he was injured, which is a choice. Leeds at number 93 is set to come on. That would be Logan White, reportedly. We'll find out when I see the back of his top. But to answer the question, Joseph was very, very probably not called up for international duty. My mate's watching the game on a stick, says it's on Sky Sports Plus. Oh, okay. I am watching through a route, which is legitimate. Ball goes out wide. Fleetwood in possession now. It's with their right back. Plays it across the centre back. They just called 79 Philpott despite having Render on his shirt. Oh, what is going on? Okay. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna stick with Render because that's what his shirt says. Might be wrong. Yeah, the commentary has no idea what to call him either. Devin Brock has been replaced by Logan White. Thank you very much for letting me know. Why is it not telling me the Spain squad? There it is. Yeah, unsurprisingly, they ain't got no Mateo Joseph because significantly better players than him. And he's not even getting into his club side, so unsurprised. Same reason I'm not particularly surprised that Largy's not been called up for Belgium. Ooh, that looked a bit elbowy, but that's fine. Logan Whitehead's clear. At the moment, it looks a little bit like we're just trying to make sure that we don't end up losing 4-0, rather than continuing to go forwards. I've put 1k on this game on the under of the game under 4. It's brave, to be honest. Both sides look like they're trying to do something. Leeds not very successfully. We've had 4 shots and they've had 18. They've had 7 on target, we've had none, and we've had more of the ball than them. We've not got that vision at the minute. Joseph ain't enjoying grown-up football at the moment, although he did get an assist last weekend. I saw that he got an assist. I'm gonna have a look now at the highlights of that match. And obviously I can't show them, because that is how I get copyright strikes, and copyright strikes is how my YouTube channel stops being my YouTube channel, and it becomes a big ban. But it's a pretty big but, I cannot lie. I can watch it as long as I'm not showing it off. So, Mallorca versus Celta Vigo? I don't know, let's check SofaScore. Athletic Club, we were just talking about you. Highlights. Time remaining. 9 minutes. Give or take. There'll be a little bit of added time, but not tons. I would show you if I legally could, and it wasn't going to get my channel murdered. Don't care about your VAR. Okay, Inaki Williams scoring a penalty. Was it Inaki? I don't know. I've been skipping through. Right, let's have a look. Leeds have a chance. Hold on, I need to remind myself of what number Mateo has over there. Lineups. Mateo plays with the number 18. Ball inside. That, no. Right, I'm not calling that an assist. I'm just not. I refuse. And this one, I genuinely think I can show because it's that much of a non-assist. Or at the very least, they did play Atletico, yes. Right, if I go to monitor 2... Right, so Matteo is here. The ball has just come from this lad. This lad is about to score. The extent of this assist... That's what he's done. That is the wonderful assist that Matteo got in this specific situation. So I'm a little bit tempted to not give him a ton of credit for that one, because that wasn't brilliant. I like how being very annoyed that he'll get a lot of credit for that assist is what has made me potentially lose the ad revenue on this stream. But in terms of as assists go, come on. It's not the best, is it? It's sort of the basics. Technically, it is, but I'm with it. Yeah, it's hardly sort of creative brilliance. He's not Xavi Simons yet. Right, Leeds play the ball wide. Harvey Vincent's making a run on the outside. The right back goes to overlap, but isn't really seen. And Vincent goes sideways to Pickles. Ball in. Not dangerous enough. Have a go. Why not? Shot. World class to me. Of course, like. I would be shocked if it wasn't world class to you. That would blow my mind. How's it go? Not quite. Six minutes to go. Can Leeds get a crumb of dignity back from this match? I don't know. Like Bamford's kneecap to Somerville against Liverpool. No, that one was fully calculated. Definitely. That one was completely on purpose, and I'll give him all the credit for that one. It's fine. The bias doesn't go that hard. It's fine. Fleetwood coming forward again. Their number 10 has a go directly at Onbang. If he would have conceded that one, we would be in deep trouble for the under-21s for the time that we've not got Mahadi, sorry. Right, it goes all the way back to Onbang again. It's like we've got so much of the ball, which is not going. We have more than 50% of possession right now. And we're just not doing anything. And it's so infuriating at this point in the game. Then number 11 pushes forward, tries to play it through. That's our ball. Yeah, goal kick. Goal kick for Leeds United. Or the children of Leeds United, as they will now hence be known. With 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. I'll say 4-2-3-1. Because I think Chambers is effectively playing as a 10. Ball behind. Doesn't quite make it because there's a big lanky bastard in the middle. Right, Fleetwood Town's centre-back is on the ball. Fires it into the midfield. Which doesn't really do anything. Goes outside. They're out on the right wing by the corner flag. Puts the ball into the box. That's going to find a man. It doesn't. But they've recovered the ball on the edge of the box. Yeah, they're just going to get camped here now. We've not got enough support in those wide areas. There's 4. That wasn't great. That was a hat-trick, I think, for Norwood. Which sucks, to be honest. It caused a little bit of a problem. I don't like that they've got goal music, by the way. That screams tin pot to me. I've never been one for that. Just like have a crowd. Have a crowd that are being passionate and loud rather than playing some jaunty sea shanty bollocks. Come on. Have some spirit about you. Talking about showing the right attitude, but at the end of the day, you're against the youth side. Not good goal music belongs in ice hockey. It does. I don't understand why it exists. It'd be good if it were a Taylor Swift song. I mean, which one? I don't think any of them quite have goal music energy. Bangers, to be fair, but not goal music. Come on. Just pull out the Virtue Trophy next season. No, because it's. I think for the youth players, it's good experience to have. It's sort of. In an under 21s match, you can get the feeling that like you're a really, really good player. And then you'll come up against League Two footballers who mathematically are like the 2000th best player in the country or something like that. I'm just taking a stab in the dark. And then you get absolutely pummeled by them. And it brings you back down to earth and it shows you, right, okay, you are fairly good at an under 21s level, but the worst senior players are up here. Do better. And I think that's a good message to have sent. To sort of say, this is the progress that you need to make before you reach the first team, because that's the gulf between you and League Two. Maybe you're not ready for the Premier League yet. I think that's an important lesson to sort of teach the players. To say, get your head screwed on, make sure that you're developing, because otherwise you're not going to get there. But I don't reckon the ref's going to play much added time here. What's the point in playing an extra 3 minutes here? It's 4-0, mate. You just say, why? What happened to the good old times of refs being like, okay, I guess the game's basically done. We'll end the game and it will have the same vibe as like putting down a racehorse that's broken 2 of its legs. But you know what? They've run their race and they tried. Chambers, wide to Vincent. Vincent fires it in. Misses the far post. Is there a quintessential football song? Any Shakira World Cup song. Or Waving Flag, which is interesting, right? Because Waving Flag technically isn't affiliated with the World Cup. It was just a Coca-Cola song that they played constantly throughout the World Cup, and everyone was like, cool, this is a World Cup song now, which is such a weird little marketing thing. Taylor Swift is overrated. I don't really think so. I think it's just a case of people like what people like, and if a lot of people like a certain thing, then that's within their rights. It's fine. FM26 soon. It is, and I'm very excited. The beta is meant to be in the next 2 weeks or so. Is my thinking. She's not. How is she annoying? What is she actively doing to you that is annoying you? You're gonna do a watch along for the Athletic Club game next week. That's Wednesday, I think. So I should be able to. I'll do my best to. Super Bowl is all about her and not her boyfriend. That's not her fault, though. That's not her being annoying. That's TV direction being annoying. As someone that is in sports production, I know this. This is not. She hasn't made a decision to be like, yeah, I'm going to be on the screen. on 2, 5, 8, and then 13 minutes. No, that's all down to your TV direction team. So she's not the annoying one. The directors are the annoying ones. All she's doing is being there supporting someone that she is rather fond of. So I feel like your frustration's in the wrong direction there. Like, it's the same when in Formula 1 recently there's an annoying trend of them cutting to, like, drivers' partners in the garage. And it's like, I don't care about this. There's an overtake going on right now. Why are we looking at this? It's a TV direction thing, though. I'm not going to get mad at a wife or girlfriend for existing and supporting their loved ones. Like, that's fine. Do you like Taylor Swift? Have you seen 11? No, because tickets were impossible to get. But yeah, she's alright. Full time, with Leeds United taking a chunky loss. Not the best of performances, but you know what? They tried. I'll give them that. They did their best. Didn't pay off. It's a little bit of a shame, but god damn. God damn. Will any of the 21s make the step up to the first team? I think if anyone is hoping for 21s to get regular minutes this season, they will be sorely disappointed, because I think that would be a mistake. We have a decent squad of 25 players. We do not currently, outside of maybe Harry, have the need to play any of those players. And even then, Harry Gray isn't a need. It'd be nice if he could get a few minutes here or there. So I see that answer being effectively no, but it could be nice. Nostalgio, good night. Indeed. Toodaloo, Luke. I'm also going to head off. I've got a video to record, which I'm not going to do on stream, come to think of it. I'm just going to do that as me, because that's going to be fine. Why not loan out the under-21s in January to League 2 and National League clubs? Because if they're not going to get minutes there, then what's the point? We know that they're going to play for our under-21s, and that's the best route for development. The players that are good enough, they will go out on loan. But the players that still have a lot of developing to do before they're ready for senior football will stick around, which I think makes sense. Might see Chambers and Gray get an FA Cup run out, but I doubt it. I think FA Cup's likely going to be the time that we see someone. But whether or not we do, we will see. Anyway, I am going to... I didn't know that was a thing. You can switch a live stream to members only at a certain point. That's wild. Is Jorginho still racing horses? Probably. Anyway, I'm going to bring the stream to a close there. It was wonderful having you along, Russ. I will be doing another one of these for the match against Athletic Bilbao's under-21 side. I'll be doing a video for the morning. Please watch that. That'd be massively appreciated. If you haven't yet, please pop a like down here. Subscribe if you haven't yet as well. Always lovely. Or become a channel member. It's $2.99 a month, and it means that I can effectively do this more consistently, because consistency is going to be a little bit of a struggle for a while, but I'll get into that in a little bit. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Toodaloo.